Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today I'm going to be doing a review on my DeWalt toolbox, okay? The upper and lower tool set that I purchased a couple years ago. Let's see, I still got the manual right here too. Let's see here. It is the DeWalt DWMT 73797 toolbox and drawer set. Okay, that's the model number. Purchased it at Home Depot a couple years ago near Christmas time, and I want to do a review. I've had this at my job for the last couple years, and I have recently left my job to work for myself. I've got a good home-based business we're getting ready to get cranked up. We'll talk about that in some up-and-coming videos. But today I just want to do a review on this toolbox, okay? For you guys out there that have thought about purchasing one of these home improvement store type toolboxes, I'm going to tell you some of the good things and the bad things about it, okay? Let's start with the good things. It's very reasonable. I paid on sale, I think, about $650 for the upper and lower box together. And the reason I don't have them sitting on top of one another right now is I'm kind of reorganizing tools and everything. And I got to get all these tools in these bags here back in this toolbox, and some stuff shuffled back in this one here as well. Okay, so price is very good, okay? Because let me take you right over here right quick. This here is a maximizer, a Mac maximizer that I bought in 1995, and just that box right there, retail price was $4,400. And it's definitely a heavy duty toolbox. I love this toolbox, it's great. But it's very expensive as well. And there's a lot of toolboxes out there that actually cost more than that these days. Let's get back to the DeWalt, okay? So price-wise, it's a good toolbox. The drawers, they come with liners. They're not really that good, the ones that they come with. Wasn't too happy with them. They kept sliding and everything. I'd probably, if I had to do over again, I'd pull them out on day one and just put down some better drawer liners in here. They all have detents. The detent is very strong, you know, a little, maybe sometimes a little too strong, okay? But not bad. I mean, I can deal with it. I'm a big boy. I can pull a drawer open, and sometimes, but it is nice to where it pulls itself back in. So it does have a good detent on them. They do have rollers. Let's see, let's open up one down here. They got a roller bearing system, which is good. I mean, and they all seem, didn't have any problems with the hinges on either toolbox. Now, let's get to the negative things about it, okay? Negative things, the locking system sucks, okay? I had problems with the locks. Here's the lock out of the top one here. I had to remove that one recently, and I brought this toolbox home actually before I left my last job, because it got to where I couldn't even lock it, couldn't even secure my tools when I went home. This one here, same thing. Always had trouble with it, so I'm not too happy with the locking mechanisms on these toolboxes, okay? That's they could definitely improve on that. Okay, for the next negative thing about this toolbox is the finish on it, okay? It's kind of a flat finish. It must be powder coat or something, I'm not really sure. I didn't do the research to find out. But when you get grease on this, you can't wipe it off, okay? I don't like that. I mean, when you get grease on here, you can't really wipe it off very easily. Now, what I have done, I've used some of this tough stuff, okay? And you gotta have something pretty strong. I tried just some regular old Prep-All wax and grease remover, but it will not pull the grease off of here, okay? It's got to be something a little bit tougher. And as you can see, this rag, it actually pulls a little bit of the yellow color off every time you go to clean your box. So I don't like that. All right, I'm gonna spray a little bit right in here. And we're just gonna let it sit there a second. I'll show you how I can wipe it off here. We'll just use the same dirty rag here that I've been using. I mean, it will come off. okay, with a little bit of elbow grease. I might have needed to let that sit a little bit longer. Hopefully that's grease. That might be silicone or something that was on my finger or something. So you can see it's coming off. I mean, I'll get all this wiped off again. And since I won't be using this toolbox every day, it'll stay pretty clean, okay? So that's another kind of negative thing about this toolbox. Very hard to keep clean, okay? And right there, I'm really struggling. I don't know if that's grease or silicone or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to work on that a little bit. I had thought that maybe when I got this thing home and got it cleaned up really nice, I would actually scuff it with a red Scotch-Brite and then wipe it down and actually shoot a coat of clear coat on it. And then the coat of clear would be something that you could easily wipe off. So that may be what I end up doing with this set of toolboxes. And I've got the locks disassembled. Since they give me so much trouble, I won't be using the locks anymore, but it's just gonna be me here at the house. I'm not gonna steal from myself, you know what I mean? So anyway, this toolbox would be great for home garage use, you know, great for that. Anybody that works at home or even just want to have a good toolbox to have your tools in at home, I say it'd be great for that. But for the guy that's working in a shop day in and day out, do know two biggest things: the locking mechanism sucks and it's hard to keep the grease off of it. And that's about all I got to say about it. Other than that, pretty good box. You know, low cost and everything. That's pretty cool. Hey, check out this. I'm going to show you this. These are some of my little motivational quotes that I write from time to time, and I keep them there. I've kept them in my toolbox here just to look at while I was at work. Let's see what that says. Most men are one skill away from great wealth. Okay, I always keep that in mind. It may be you're good at doing something, but you're not good at selling it. So maybe you need to work on your communication skills a little bit. Or maybe you know how to sell, but you don't know how to do nothing. So maybe it's just you're one skill away from actually having great wealth. Here's another one I like. Know a little about a lot. That right there, I'll tell you what, that'll take you a good ways in life, friends. If you diversify and know at least a little about a lot of different subjects, you know, you can always find jobs in different fields or what have you. You don't have to be an expert. When you become an expert at one thing and that's the only thing you know, it brings your opportunities down, okay? Right here, Robin Hood was a thief and crook, and that is the truth. If you think Robin Hood was a good guy, then you're probably a liberal, okay? He was a crook. He shouldn't have stole, okay? That's why this country, that's why we have so much taxes now. And it's because people think that that's a great story. So let's just tax everybody. It's actually how this country started taxing. Anyway, the rich buy assets and the poor buy liabilities, okay? That's another thing to keep in mind. Spend your money on things that can make you money. Don't spend your money on things that lose value and end up costing you money to keep them up, like cars. Cars are liabilities. Always remember that. High performance achievement. Yes. High performance. That was one of Dave Ramsey's books, and I just wrote the little in 2018 because I'm ramping it up, guys. If you want to achieve something, you got to go over and beyond what you're doing now, okay? What do we have right here? Don't follow others, run in the opposite direction. That is a true statement. Everybody else is doing one thing, and it might be just as well off to just go in the opposite direction. You'll probably end up coming out better on the other end, okay? Right here, what does that little mean? EBSI. That right there, I learned from Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. That is the 4 quadrants of our business world, okay? Either you're an E, you're an employee, Or you're an S, you're self-employed. B, you're a business owner. Or I, you're an investor. Most of us are on the left side of that quadrant. But if you want to be successful and wealthy in this world, you want to figure out a way of moving yourself over to that right side of the quadrant. If you want to learn more about that, Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'll find a link down below and see if I can put a link maybe to an audiobook. I really recommend the audiobook because it's a lot of information and you just throw it in your car and listen to it over and over and over, because every time you listen to it, you're going to pick up something new, okay? All right, right here, you become what you think about, and that is true. If you think you're going to be if you're thinking about being a drug dealer, well, you're probably going to be a drug dealer. But if you think about being wealthy, well, you know what? You might end up becoming wealthy. You become what you think about. That comes from Napoleon Hill, okay? I think I got another quote by Napoleon Hill over here somewhere. Let's see, what's this one here say? Oh, here's Dave Ramsey. Live like no other today so you can live and give like no other tomorrow. Dave Ramsey's book. I'll put a link to his audiobook down there. That right there can help you out, teaching you how to manage your money, be in control of your money instead of your money controlling you, okay? A lot of good wisdom like that. Live like no other today. Eat rice and beans today instead of going out to restaurants every night, so that one day, maybe, you'll have some money, you'll have some savings, you'll have some investments, and you can go out to some restaurants and you might be able to afford to buy the people sitting next to you. Maybe you can buy their meal for them, okay? You can give. Right here. When experience talks, most don't listen. I actually thought of that myself. I was at work one day and I was trying to tell somebody something, but they kept running their mouth. And I just decided that, you know what? Most people, you know, if you're trying to tell them something and they don't want to listen and they just keep running their mouth, just let them go. Let them keep thinking what they're thinking, you know? Just whatever. Right here, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's Napoleon Hill, okay? If you never heard of him, he wrote a book called, oh God, I can't even think of it now. What's the name of the book? Think and Grow Rich, that's the name of it. He wrote it in 1937, friends, okay? Highly recommend that. That's a good read or a audio book for you. I'll put a link to that down below too. He also said this other one here that I was looking at a minute ago. You become what you think about, okay? All right, friends. That's my little motivational thing today. Hopefully I didn't offend anyone. And the review on the DeWalt top and bottom toolbox. Friends, we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and tell a friend about us. Bye-bye.